like the celebration after the Disneyfication of the celebration. It's so cool. I like it. So really really cool. Very good, girls. Let's practice some pronunciation. Okay. Okay. So today's class we are going to open a new topic, right? Today we are going to open a new topic, and we are going to have a grammatical objective that can match what we are checking these days. Yesterday, for example, last week we checked verbs, how to transform words into verbs. This week is going to be about perfect modals, how to use the most complex structure, and everything will be around the topic of agriculture. Remember that we are using different topics, professional areas to cover different types of vocabulary, but also groups of words, chunks, and these collocations that we have spoken in the past, right? These groups of words that we can learn. And today is a very interesting day because we are going to do reading, right? Before we watch a video and before we have our video practice, I usually give you a reading practice and a comprehension practice, right? A vocabulary section in which you are going to explain vocabulary to me, and then you are going to have the ability to read. So technically today is reading day, okay? In this reading day, you are going to read definition for words plus the the text that I want you to read. So let's extract it. We're going to do what should we read today? Great. Let's start with the reading, the vocabulary for the reading. The reading's topic is agriculture and climate change. Okay? So I think these topics make sense together. Number one. Help me with the first word. Sophie. How do you pronounce this word?
No, wait, teacher, because I can't watch your screen.
Really?
I can't watch your screen.
You cannot really?
Yeah.
Now, are you watching the camera only?
Sorry?
Are you watching the camera only?
Yes.
So double click on the camera.
Yeah.
Double click on the camera and it will switch. How about now? No? Huh. There is a view button somewhere. This view button can make you switch from camera to screen.
Yeah, I have the button, but I can't
No?
watch anything. No. let me check.
Weird.
Maybe it's my internet because I have two modems, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes it, my tablet switch to
Oh,
one modem to the other. So yes,
okay, okay. Well, in this case, go on, change it. Meanwhile, Fer is gonna cover you. Fer, what is the pronunciation of the word?
coal.
Very good.
Coal.
What is coal?
It's a hard black mineral that is found below the ground and burned to produce heat.
Good. What do we use coal for?
To make bonfires,
Bonfires, very nice. What else?
to well, some people use it to cook.
Yeah, delicious barbecue. Am I right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we understand what is coal. No problem with coal. What about the rest? Do you understand coal?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The next one. Let's go, Connie.
Climate.
Good.
Climate.
Climate.
Mm.
The regular pattern of weather conditions of a particular place. A tropical, warm, mild, temperate, cold climate.
Excellent. There is an interesting way here. What would be the difference between climate and weather? You know, weather, the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. You see, when on the other side, climate is the pattern of weather. Don't confuse them as synonyms, eh? They are not the same. One is how is the environment at a particular point of the day, and the other is a continuous pattern of weather changes. Okay. How's the climate in the city usually, Kanye?
In the morning, it's cold, and in the night, or in the afternoon, it's warm.
Yes, I agree with you. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's go to the next. Mm, are you familiar with? I think you are, but let's check it out. Can you see the screen now, Sophie?
Yes, I can.
Cool. Pronunciation.
Perhaps.
Good. Now, where is the stress? The stress is always after this, the syllable after the apostrophe. Pronunciation.
Perhaps.
Switch. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Nice.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. What is this?
Possible.
Exactly. Perhaps is similar to possibly. Okay. How often do you use perhaps instead of maybe? Almost never, right?
Never.
It is very surprising that we use maybe for a lot of things when perhaps is technically a very easy word. Is A2. So it's very normal that we don't use it because for some reason we are we don't use it, we neglect it, but it's so common. So if you are using the word maybe, that's lower rank on the level spectrum. So you should use perhaps. I recommend it. It's not more formal, it's not more anything, but it's a different variation. So I recommend you start using it. All right. Next, pronunciation fail.
Fault.
Good. Good.
Fault.
What is fault?
It's the responsibility for something wrong that has happened or been done.
Right. The responsibility for something wrong that has happened. Give me an example using fault.
It was my fault that he fell out. No, wait. It was my fault. And that's why I crashed my car.
This was my fault, and that's why I crashed my car. It was my fault, and that's why I crashed my car. But that's not why.
It was my fault, and so I crashed my car.
Much better. So, as a consequence. Okay, very nice fix. Very nice fix. Changing the connector. Very good. Let's go to the next one. This one is supposed to be easy too. Let's check. Go, Connie.
Source,
That's right.
a place, person, or thing that you get something from. Reno, rene, renewable
Mm.
energy sources.
Source is plural. Pronunciation. Let's go to this one. This is actually the next word.
Renewable,
Renew. Stress.
renewable,
Exactly. Again.
renewable,
Renewable.
Renewable.
Oops. Yes. Renewable.
renewable.
What is renewable?
Renewable that you replace it naturally or control it carefully and can therefore be used using the risk of using it all up.
That's correct. Use your own words to describe what is renewable to me.
When you can use the same material more than one time, but you need to replace it constantly.
You need to replace it constantly.
Or you need to replace it naturally.
Huh.
Like cutting a tree and then how can I say sembrar
Plant.
and plant another one to replace it?
That I don't think that is renewable. That is replaced naturally. When you plant a tree, that's human interference. So that is
Mm,
not considered natural. Something renewable could be, for example, what about the cycle of water?
yes, it can be.
You know, when there is no human interference, that is when it is renewable.
Okay, got it.
Much better. If we are talking about, yeah, no, planting a tree, I don't think so. But anyway, we are not talking about the renewable or natural changes or states. We are talking about precisely this uh, collocation that is usually used: renewable plus source. Look at the examples here.
Mm, renewable sources. Okay.
Right? Can you give me an example of a renewable source of energy that are becoming popular today?
Mm, that one that is in the example, solar power.
Solar power, yeah, wind, electricity by other means that is not coal.
Yes.
Very good, very good. I like it. Let's go to the next one. Help me, Sophie.
Sour, sour,
Look at the symbols.
or sour.
Aha. We need to go to the soundboard. Let me help you with the soundboard. By the way, I need to remind me to pass you the soundboard training video. In this case, Sophie, for example, you're familiar with it, Connie is familiar with it, but Fer is not. So I need to pass you the video so you can check it out. How do you pronounce this one, Sophie?
Say that with me.
Exactly. It's explosive
Okay.
and it's t, right?
So,
It's not th. You are pronouncing th.
okay.
You see? So it's more explosive. T, to. Okay?
So,
Connect the second.
Aw. Say that with me. Aw.
oh,
Aw. It's round.
oh,
It's fixed. Aw.
oh,
Right? Together? Tall.
top, top,
Excellent. Tall. How do you pronounce this?
towards,
Uh uh uh. There's no what?
towards.
Towards, exactly.
Towards.
Okay.
Towards.
Towards.
You see?
Towards.
There's
Okay.
no W, there's no A. Towards.
Okay. I have pronounced it so bad all my life.
Uh-huh, exactly. All this is a common mistake. We read the alphabet, but we don't check the real pronunciation.
Mm,
Towards.
towards.
That's correct. What is towards?
And in the direction of somebody or something.
That's right. In the direction of somebody. This is considered either a proposition and an adverb too, because it's the way you move, the way something moves. So we can use it as both connector, but also as an adverb, right? Give me an example with towards, Sophie. You're silent. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, because I am thinking thinking an example, but
Oh,
here in my
okay.
house there's a lot of noise.
No problem. We don't hear the
You
noise.
don't hear it.
Don't worry.
Mm,
Example with towards.
it is used as a okay. Mm, if I want to have a good internet connection,
Okay.
I have to go toward th- th- thor- thor-
We are pronouncing
to
the
the
T
modem.
wrong.
Tor- towards
Towards. Excellent.
towards to the modem.
Watch out. You said towards two. The connector two is the same, has the same function as towards.
I
So,
towards modem.
again,
Yes,
towards what modem?
internet modem.
Yeah, but you cannot say only modem. When you say a countable noun, you need to say either it's specific, the modem, not specific, a modem. You need
Okay,
to use an article.
okay. So third, internet modem. Yeah.
Eliminate internet, that's not necessary. Modem is enough.
Modem.
But the article a is incorrect because you are speaking about only one specific modem.
Okay. So is the modem.
The modem, exactly. Complete idea.
If I want to have a good internet connection, I need to go
Uh-huh.
toward the no, the modem.
Exactly. Exactly. That is correct. Yeah, when I ask which modem, I'm not talking about the type of modem. I'm talking about the article. Is it specific or not specific? Got it? And then you select a or the. Right? Very good. Let's pass to the next one. Alex is here. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
Hello, man. Let's go to this one. Pronunciation.
Fuel.
Good.
Fuel.
What is this? Alex, are you there?
Yes.
What is fuel?
Any material that produces heat or power, usually when it is burnt. Di- Diesel, jet, rocket fuel. Most of the houses are heated with solid fuel.
That's right.
This
Can you
it's easy.
explain in your own words what is fuel? Yeah, it's easy.
It's 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 the material that uh, that use the motors to
Watch out.
work.
Motors are is the name of the industry. That's not the name of the machine.
Okay.
Remember the name of the
Well,
machine. What's the name of that
use
in
the
English?
machines.
What's the name of the heart of the machine? The heart of the car is the
Um, the,
Come on. It's not that hard.
no, I
Um,
don't know.
yes, you know. Yes, you know. It is the. For example, what's the name of the the profession of the guys who, for example, the guys who fix cars,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mechanics,
not the mechanic, the ones that have the university paper.
engine, engineer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Engineer comes from a source word eliminated the last suffix, and you get
Engine, engineer,
engine.
engine.
Eliminate.
Ah, engine. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So you know the word. One more time, complete idea.
Uh, the materials uh, that I forget the complete idea. Um,
You were explaining what's fuel.
just the materials that uses of engines, huh?
Good. The
To work.
uses of engines. Fix your idea. Collocate words in the formula order. Person, verb,
Just
complement.
the materials
Mm-hmm.
that uses
Who
the
uses?
no that use the materials the materials that use the engines,
Use the engine switch.
the materials that engines uses.
Exactly. Exactly. Are you saying engines plural or engine singular?
Plural.
Plural, so you cannot say uses.
Okay. The materials that engines use to
Perfect.
work.
Excellent. That is correct. Correct. The material that engines use to work. That's fuel. And it can be any type of fuel. It can be coal, it can be gasoline, it can be diesel, um,
Carbon.
coal.
Oh,
No
okay.
Spanish.
Okay.
Coal and any other,
Okay.
right? Steam can be too, etc.
Light.
The electricity, light, good,
Okay.
very
Okay.
nice,
The electricity. Yes.
very good. There you have it. Let's go to the next one. This one. Fed.
Summit.
Good. Good.
Summit.
And it's the highest point of something, especially the top of a mountain.
Good, but we are not talking about that definition. Let's talk about a highest definition number 2.
An official meeting or series of meetings between the leaders of two or more governments at which they discuss important matters. So we can say that Mexican government has about the schedule change, like summer schedule.
For example, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, the schedule change. The time, I don't know if it's called schedule in this context. In this context, it's more like time. Time. It's more close about time zone. Let me check. President. Um, how do you say this? Cancel? No. Forbids? No.
Mm,
Discharge? No,
they calculate
discharge.
the daylight saving times.
Very good. Aha, aha, daylight saving. Daylight saving times. Wow, how do you know that
Mm,
terminology?
I remember that one time the country manager told me that we need to review the daylight saving because I don't know how it works in Mexico.
Wow. So you're so right. So you heard that person speaking about the daylight saving time.
Yes.
Wow, very good, Connie. Very very good. I had never heard this in English before. Daylight saving time. That's the name. It's not scheduled.
So it will be the Mexican government submit daylight saving time.
Yeah, excellent. Now the vocabulary is correct, but the usage of summit is not. Summit is not a verb.
It's an
Uh-huh. And the definition here is an official meeting. So the summit is when people get together to speak about it.
okay. A summit. The Mexican government have a summit
Exactly. Have a summit.
to discuss about the daylight saving time.
Fantastic. That's much better. Very good, girl. Very, very good. Yeah, it's a meeting. I thought that it had more um, close connection to conferences, but according to this definition, it's not only conferences. It's more like official. It needs to be from a government or a form of authority. Okay, that will be the difference between a meeting versus a summit. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go to the next one. Pronunciation, Connie.
Frightened,
Kinda. The last E doesn't sound.
frightened,
Exactly.
Frightened.
frightened,
Mm-hmm.
afraid, afraid, feeling fear,
Good.
frightened, fright, don't be frightened,
Again, pronunciation.
don't be frightened,
Exactly. It's difficult, no? Frightened. I suggest fry.
Frightened.
No, it's difficult because the woman, the American people don't pronounce this T. Frightened.
fright,
Frightened.
frightened,
I mean, they don't pronounce it, but they give the space. So you separate the syllables. Frightened.
frightened,
Aha, much better. Frightened.
frightened.
Nice. And now you're saying it better. So
Okay,
don't be.
frightened.
Excellent. When we are talking about this verb or this description, sorry, it's uh, it's important to pronounce it well, right? We are familiar with this. We know that frightened is when you are scared, but we usually avoid it because it's difficult to pronounce,
Mm, yes.
right? So good pronunciation gives you bonus points on the speaking.
Okay.
Good. The last one, Sophie.
Reliable.
Kinda. The second syllable?
Lie.
Lie. Exactly. So, number 1,
Right.
re. Number 2,
Lie.
number 3, number 4.
Bo.
No. 4 syllables.
Reliable.
Whoa. 4 syllables.
Reliable.
Again. Re. Lie.
Liable.
Again. Slow down. Number 1. Re. 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 Exactly. Number 2. Lie. Together. Rely.
Lie.
Together. Rely.
Reliable.
Excellent.
Reliable.
Rely. If it's difficult, think about the base word. The base word is rely.
Rely.
Rely is the base word, and reliable is a description. Right? What's reliable?
That can be trust. To
Trust.
Do something well.
Trust is present. Watch out. Trust is present.
Trust.
Trust is present. Sounds like present.
Okay.
Make it sound like past.
Just trust.
No. Trust is present. This is not present.
Trust.
Exactly. You need an extra syllable because trust ends in T. So if you put double T, it doesn't sound. Right?
That can be trust.
Trust is present.
To do something well.
Again. Give me an extra syllable.
Trusted.
Trusted. Exactly. Again.
That can be trusted.
Better.
To do something well. That you can rely on.
Exactly. That's much better. Very good. It can be trusted. Okay? Remember the pronunciations in past. When you are talking in past, T and D need an extra syllable. Needed, trusted, wanted, etc. Right? Do you understand what is reliable?
That can be trusted to do something well. Okay, so an example could be that for example, the Mexican government is not reliable.
Yes, excellent. That's an excellent example.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Very good. Mexican government is not reliable. That's tough, eh? That's a difficult statement.
I have a quick question.
Yes, of course, sir. Tell me.
It says that the synonym of the reliable it's dependable.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we cannot say Mexican government is not dependable.
That's a good question. Dependable. Let's check the definition. that can be relied on. Oh, yes, you can. She is loyal and totally dependable.
So maybe I'm thinking in Spanish and think that dependable is algo que depende de.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. This is not to that one person depends on another. It's the
Okay.
opposite. You can actually, dependable is someone who you can depend on.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you kind of thinking in Spanish, but Spanish is also helpful. Depend is to think who depends on who. Like you need to switch the person, right? I think for example, the Mexican government is dependable. You can say that according to
Okay.
this definition.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. The last one. Go, Alex.
Catastrophe,
Nice, very good.
Catastrophe.
What is that?
a sudden event that causes many people to suffer.
That's
Uh,
right.
mhm. Early warnings of rising water. Sorry. Early warnings of rising water levels prevent another major catastrophe.
Watch out. Prevent is present.
Prevents.
Prevent sounds like present.
Prevent.
Exactly. Tid. Open more.
Okay.
One more time.
Early warnings of rising water levels prevented another major catastrophe.
Excellent. That sounds much better.
Okay.
This is a very easy word,
Yes.
but it's important to have the pronunciation, right? And something that I want to review according to what I'm hearing. Let me just review really quick the past pronunciation, the ed, the three pronunciations for past, right? Whenever you see a verb that is regular, you need to remember these three rules. Okay, in this case, for example, the problem was with the word trust and prevent. No, we try to avoid the ed pronunciation because normally in the majority of verbs we need to eliminate that e. That happens every time except when the verb finishes in t or d.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, you need to omit the e except with these two.
Okay.
That's why you say the past of need.
Needed.
And
Needed.
the exactly, open more. The past of want.
Wanted.
That's right.
Okay.
In this same pattern follows the word prevent, prevented.
Okay.
Trust, trusted, etc. Right?
Right.
That's it, guys. Very good. So this is the vocabulary that we have for today. It's a very short vocabulary, but that's going to help us understand and pronounce correctly the following reading. So let's start with who would be a good idea. Let's start with Kani. Help me with the introduction.
There are still some people who say that climate change is not real. Others say that it is real, but we cannot do anything to stop it. So we need not try. A few people even say that climate change is not caused by human beings.
Okay, wait. What is the past of cause?
Caused quippy.
Exactly. Because in this case, it's not the final
Yes.
pronunciation is an S. So cost with T.
Cost with T.
Exactly.
By human beings, but most people now understand that our world is getting hotter and we have to do something about it. We only have
Okay. Just a second. Mm, pronunciation. How do you pronounce this?
hoist hat.
Exactly.
Hot.
The letter O in most of cases it sounds
Oh, got it.
right? So when you pronounce hot, I will understand this. Now this is also hot. No, hot. What is hot? Hot. Probably this. Hot. No, but hot doesn't really have it. Its own meaning. It's difficult to understand if you pronounce hot
Okay.
like that. So let's try again.
Harder.
Hotter, exactly.
Most people now understand that our world is getting harder
Nice.
and we have to do something about it. We only have one Earth and we can get another one.
Perfect. Perfect, girl. What is the introduction saying?
That there is some people that uh, think that climate change is not real, but that the reality is that our world is getting hotter,
Pronunciation is getting
harder. Sorry,
hotter.
it's getting harder, and that we don't have any other planet that here. We only have one.
Right. I like it. Very good. Very nice. Good summary. Let's go to the next one. Go, Fer. Read the next two paragraphs.
Okay, 20 years ago, people could perhaps imagine that climate change was not a real problem because some scientists still had doubts. Uh,
Again. Scientist is one in plural.
scientists,
Plural.
scientifics, no,
No. That's an
Scien-
extra syllable.
scientists,
Give me the final S.
scientists.
Excellent. Much better. One more time. I
Okay,
know
so
it's difficult.
because some scientists still has doubts.
Scientists that sound again like singular. One more time.
Some scientists,
Excellent.
it's
It's
like two
difficult.
yes, scientists.
Exactly. It's
Okay,
like an
because some,
extra
yes,
scientists. Scientists.
okay. Okay, so 20 years ago, people could perhaps imagine that climate change was not a real problem because some scientists still had doubts.
Much better.
Today, almost all the world's scientists agree. The world is getting hotter.
Who agree again?
Today, almost all the world's scientists
Uh-huh.
agree.
Exactly. Continue.
The world is getting hotter, and it is the fault of human beings. Our planet is going to south
Perfect. Torts.
as a climate catastrophe, but we can stop its worst effects. Indeed, we must do everything possible to stop them.
Sorry again. What can we stop?
Our planet is going towards a climate catastrophe, but we can stop its worst effects.
Stop. What can we stop again?
Its worst.
It's worse. Exactly. Be careful with the word "it's" in this case. It's
Okay,
not
it can
stop it.
stops. It can
Yes.
stop its worst effects.
Exactly. We are talking about the possessive of the effects,
Okay.
right?
But we can stop its worst effects. Indeed, we must do everything possible to stop them.
Very nice.
In November 2021, world leaders, or most of them, meet in Glasgow in Scotland for the COP's 26 summit. They took a quiet
Pronunciation.
summit
Summit, exactly. All the time. Where did they meet?
in Scotland for the COP26 summit.
Good.
They took quite a few decisions to try and stop the air getting too warm. Many countries promised to become
Nice.
carbon neutral before 2050. Some have promised to become carbon neutral even faster. World leaders agree that we have to stop using coal and oil to generate heat and electricity. We should use green energy sources instead known as renewables.
Excellent. That's right. That sounds good. Okay. Tell me, according to the reading, um, try to explain these two paragraphs in your own words.
So they say that the climate change is getting worse
Mm-hmm.
and we need to stop it so the earth doesn't so how can I say sufre? So
Suffer.
suffer suffer all the negative effects.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Question,
saying
question, question. Before you continue, what's the difference between worse and worst?
worst is like the baddest thing it can happen.
Exactly. If you say getting, you need to use the comparative, not the superlative. It's getting.
Worsted,
No, no, no. I mean,
worstest.
the worst and worst are the description bad. Bad
Mm.
in superlative and comparative. If you use the T, you are speaking about the top, 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 top. Bad.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But here you are not using that. You are comparing. It's getting
Worst,
just
worse,
exactly. Remove the T.
without the T.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a very, very common mistake.
Oh, okay. So what was I saying?
You were
The
saying that global warming is getting worse.
and then we need to stop before the earth suffer the worst effects.
I like it. No, in this case,
And
it's the worst. The worst effects.
effect, okay.
Exactly. Be careful with that.
And some leaders, some government leaders, I think, they have a summit,
Mhm.
and they were saying that we need to change like the energy, the way we get energy to a natural energy. So the ideas were to use coal or to use oil so we can generate energy.
Interesting. Okay, 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 okay. Let me stop you right there for a moment, just because there is an observation I want to make there. But we have Jesse in the chat to take attendance, so just give me a second. Go, Jesse.
Hi, good day to everyone.
Hello.
So I am going to take attendance, please.
Yes, please.
Connie?
Here, good morning.
Good morning, Connie. Thank you. Itze?
Absent.
Jesus?
Absent too. Sorry.
Luis?
Absent. Ah, no, actually,
No, no,
Alex is
no.
here.
Here, yes.
I was thinking in
Hi,
a
Luis.
different Louis. Sorry, I
Okay,
am sleepy.
Thank you,
here.
Luis. Thank you. Fernanda?
Here, good morning.
Thank you, Fer. Good morning. And Sophie.
Hi, Jessie.
Hi, Sophie. Thank you. Good morning. So that's all.
That's all, girl. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Have a good day.
You too. Perfect. So, You said that we were changing to oil and coal. Surprise, surprise, we are not changing to oil and coal. Read the last.
We have to stop using coal
Ah, exactly.
to generate energy.
Correct. What kind of energies were recommended by the summit?
Uh, carbon, carbon neutral,
Carbon neutral, exactly. And
green energies.
known as?
Eh?
Known as?
Renewables.
Excellent, girl. That's right. Let me give you one little pronunciation observation. Look at how when we pronounce this, the E is removed. Pronunciation.
Neutral.
Remove the E.
Neutral.
No, exactly.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay.
Got it? Very good. Very nice. This is B2. I will include it in the vocabulary. Neutral. Very good. Let's pass to the next one. Go, Alex.
Before the year 2100 or just or only
You said it right.
yeah,
2100.
okay. All the
Or you can
energy
also say 2100.
21s. Okay.
There are two
o-
options: 2100 and 2100.
Okay. Before the year 2100. Okay. All the energy that we use may perhaps come from renewable sources. The sun, the sea, the wind, and rivers can produce more than enough energy for everyone on our planet. But we still have a long way to go.
One
Continue.
more. Yeah.
Okay. The green energy revolution has already begun, but the challenges are still enormous. Going green will cost an enormous amount of money and use some kinds of technology that do not yet exist. Also, there are some people who believe that it will be too expensive.
Nice. Let's keep it over there. Very good. So tell me more about this. Tell me again these two paragraphs. What do they talk about?
Uh, the process of the change of the old energies to the new form to transform the energy, uh, from the sun, the sea, the wind, and rivers. This could be or not could be. This is too expensive to do in these years, but in the future, the object is reduce the cost of that
Watch out. Object.
procedure. Uh,
Object is different.
no, of goal, the goal
Mm,
to
that's a synonym, but let's fix the word. Object
okay,
exists, but that's we need to remember suffix, noun suffix. One of the suffixes for
objective.
exactly
Okay,
the if.
okay, just
So one more time.
the objective will be reduce the cost in the future. No,
will
future.
be reduce the cost. Okay, there is a grammatical issue there. The objective will
Mm-hmm.
be is a verb, and then you have the reduce. Reduce is a verb. What do you need between?
Uh, to reduce.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Again.
The objective will be reduce the
Be reduce two verbs.
will be to reduce the costs.
Excellent, much better.
Okay.
Exactly. By what year? What's the limit?
Uh, 2000 no 2100
100 is only 10.
uh,
21. No, sorry, no. 2100.
or 2100. What is?
No, no, no. 2100. Sorry. I got confused. You are correct. 2100.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Numbers are confusing, but especially when years get after the hundreds, talking about
Yes.
the future is tricky, but that's the way. You separate it not in two fractions. The second fraction has an independent name. 10 is 10, two zeros is 100, and three zeros is 1000. So this is technically 2100.
Okay.
Very good, man. Very, very good. Be careful with the vocabulary, but that was good. Let's go to the next one. Go, Connie.
Although, oh, sorry. Mm, although most people care about our planet and know what have to act now to avoid a climate catastrophe,
Again. What do people know?
eh, that we have to act at now to avoid a climate catastrophe.
Much better.
There are other people who have different priorities. There are people who just don't care. And there are people who care about themselves than about the world around them. There are people and big companies that just want to make money and are not interested in anything that gets in their way.
Question.
Most
Pronunciation. What is? How do you pronounce this one over here?
interested,
Kinda.
interested,
Excellent. There is an E that doesn't sound.
correct, interested,
Intra.
interested,
Yeah, the stress. Look at the stress. It's in the first syllable. Interest.
interested,
Watch out, kind. Because you are putting the stress in the second syllable. Interest. But that is incorrect. Interested.
interested,
Nice.
Interested.
Right?
interested,
So remove the first E and collocate the stress in the first syllable. Interested.
interested.
Good. Let's read again. What are they not?
And are not interested in anything that gets in their way. Most
Perfect.
importantly, there are politicians who are frightened or doing anything that other people would not like.
Be
They
careful. It is not or. Collocation for frightened.
who are frightened
Mm-hmm.
of doing anything
Off, exactly. Uh-huh.
that other people would not like. They make promises, but they do not keep them.
Very good. Let me help you with the pronunciation again. Pronunciation.
Politicians
That's right.
Politician.
Sh sh sh. The C sounds sh.
Politicians.
That's much better. So, what is there most importantly?
Most importantly, there are politicians who are fighting or doing anything that other people will not like. They can make
Correct.
promises, but they don't not keep them.
That's correct. Very good. What is the negative? What is the most difficult part of making a change for the planet?
That there is a lot of people that is not interested in doing a change because they don't earn money of doing that.
True. Totally true. People like who?
Like the big companies and politicians.
Pronunciation again?
Politicians? Politicians.
That's difficult. Think about base worth. The what is the study? What they do? Politics, exactly. Politi. 3 syllables.
Politicians.
Excellent, girl. Perfect. Good. 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 You see, like it's so easy. It's very important to know the base word because that can help you pronounce the complex words. Right?
Yes.
Very nice, Connie. The next one, Sophie.
The cold dilemma. I don't know if it is dilemma.
Yeah, that one's a very good observation. There are two pronunciations. Dilemma is correct,
Dilemma.
but you will hear people pronouncing like this.
Dilemma. Okay, dilemma.
Dilemma.
Okay.
Dilemma. Two pronunciations.
Okay.
Let's take it.
So the coal dilemma. At COP26, people agreed that we will have to stop using coal as soon as possible because it is the dirtiest of
Good.
fuel. Yet for some
Oh, sorry, sorry,
countries,
sorry, sorry. What is coal again?
what is coal?
According to the text.
Coal is a like a black
Oh, no, not the definition. According to the text.
okay. People agree. So now,
No, not the definition. Not the grammatical family. According to the text. What is the text telling you about coal?
okay, it is the dirtiest
The dirtiest
of fools.
vocabulary. How do you pronounce
Well,
this?
fuel,
Exactly.
fuel,
Fuel, and this is an extra syllable. Oh, fuel.
fuel,
Separate. Fuel.
fuel, fuel,
Exactly.
Fuel.
fuel.
See?
Okay,
Fuel. All time.
fuel.
Complete idea. What did people agree?
Okay. People agreed that we will have to stop using coal as soon as possible because it is the dirtiest of fuel.
Perfect. Fuel is singular, plural?
Fuels.
Excellent.
Okay. Yet for some countries, this will be very difficult. Most most of their electricity is generated by burning coal. So if they stop using coal, people would not have enough electricity. In developed countries, everyone uses electricity and industry uses lots of electricity. No countries can stop using coal unless they have another source of electricity to use instead.
That's correct.
Mhm.
What are they saying about coal?
That it is the dirtiest
Mm-hmm.
fuels,
Good.
fuels,
Good, good. Mm-hmm. Correct, correct.
and in in they need we need to change this type of fuel, but we can do that if we don't have another option because many a very important activity like no it's not an activity, it's an energy source we can
Mm-hmm.
say that is
Mm-hmm.
electricity depends on and the coal. So we have to find another option, possible option to get electricity and to, to change the coal.
Totally. That's correct. Very good. Um, what this paragraph tells you the alternatives to coal. What are they?
Mm, alternative?
Mm-hmm. No, sorry, sorry. No, 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 no,
No.
no, no. There's no alternatives. They say what's the condition to stop using coal?
That we find another option of fuel.
Good.
Fuel.
Excellent. This is the first time I see that electricity is brought by coal. I didn't know that. You know, this is actually a
No.
surprise for me. Oh my god, contamination is strong. Very good, girl. Let's pass to the next one. Go, Alex.
Sorry, I have to take a call, but
Oh,
that distract me. But uh, where is the paragraph?
we
Sorry.
are here.
Okay. Um, the cleanest electricity comes from the wind and the sun.
Again, what is the name of the?
Sorry, wind,
Excellent. One more time.
wind. The cleanest electricity comes from the wind and the sun, but it takes time to build enough solar power plants and wind turbines for a whole country.
Again, what is similar to entire?
Whole country for a
The the W. Let's check it out. The W doesn't sound.
whole
Aha, exactly.
Whole.
whole.
One more time.
Okay.
What is it difficult?
For a whole country.
Yes. What? But we'll complete idea. What takes time?
Takes time to, uh, but it takes time to build enough solar power plants and wind turbines for a whole country.
Nice.
Then there is another big problem. We cannot depend on solar power and the wind because the sun does not shine at night and the wind does not blow all the time. These kinds of green power are not reliable. So we need other ideas too.
That's very negative. Okay, very good. What do you what do you understand?
Um, we have these two options to uh, to produce the energy,
Mhm.
but there are not constantly, no, the
Again. There are no constantly. Eliminate there. You need a different word.
but um, both of them are not constantly
Excellent. And do you need constantly or constant?
constant. Yes,
Because you're describing things.
yes, uh, but uh, both of them are not constant,
Good.
and that's the reason that we have to discover another uh, how can I say fuente? Fuentes.
Come on, that's in the vocabulary. I was
Uh,
in the vocabulary. I'll probably before you arrived.
yeah, that's the reason that we have to discover another reliable
Right. Reliable
sources
source.
sources.
Are you saying singular or plural because you said a?
Okay, but that's the reason
Another? Uh huh.
that we have that we have another reliable source.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Another. Also, when you say another, you refer to singular nouns.
yes. Okay.
Other refer to plural nouns.
Oh, right.
Very good. Very nice. Let's see. Do we have time for the last one? Yeah, 2 minutes. Go fair. You read fast. Let me just move the. Let me just move the little icon. Okay, go.
Climate change is mostly caused by CO2 and other gases in the air. Many countries are now producing less CO2 and less air pollution than they used to. Cars are cleaner, heating is cleaner, more things are being recycled. The problem lies in poorer countries which cannot afford the new technology and do not have the systems in place. It also lies in countries like China or Poland or Greece, where coal is still a vital source of energy and jobs or of exports. Some people believe that we cannot afford to fight climate change because it will cost too much. The truth is that we cannot afford not to fight against climate change because the cost of a climate catastrophe will be even higher.
Good. Easy. A question that you will face in the certification is the verb lie. What's the verb lie in this case? What's the meaning of that?
That como, como en España es como que recaen, como que
And how would you describe it in English?
that it's the lies in the blank.
Try to use more simple words because the verb lie, according to the dictionary, is lie, but lie number two. Oh, we don't have number two. To exist. The problem lies in this idea. Look at this. The best synonym for this is to exist.
For in the text they say that the problem lies in countries, so the problem now is that country.
Exist in the
Or the
country.
problem exists in that country.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I think that's a good definition, and the synonyms for that is very of this level. So that will be a very good thing to take into consideration when they are asking you for because they normally say in the line number this you have the verb that. What does it mean? Find the best synonym for this verb. And then you can say, okay, the dictionary. What does the dictionary say?
Okay.
That's a strategy. Okay? Very good. Guys, excellent class. Fantastic. I hope you have a very good Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow and enjoy your day. All right?
Thank you. Have
Don't
a
worry,
nice
be
day.
happy. You too.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Tomorrow.
See you guys. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. See you.